She chose someone else. I know that feeling. That cold, hollow sting in your chest, like someone carved out a part of your heart and just walked away with it. The disbelief, the confusion, the way your mind replays every little moment over and over again, looking for the reason, the sign, the thing you missed. It eats at you. It drags you into the past like quicksand. And if you're not careful, it'll bury you there. But I'm here to tell you something you need to hear. Something most people won't say to your face. She chose someone else. And that's the best damn thing that could have happened to you. Not because pain is good, not because betrayal is noble, but because now, finally, you get to stop pretending. You get to stop holding on to something that was already slipping through your fingers. And most of all, you get to stop chasing someone who made the decision to walk away from the man you were trying so hard to be, for her. Let that sink in. You were becoming something for her. Changing, softening, accommodating, even suppressing parts of yourself just to keep her happy. And still, she left. Still, she looked at someone else and said yes to them and no to you. That's not your failure. That's your wake-up call. You have to understand something fundamental about human nature, especially when it comes to women. A woman doesn't leave when things are bad. She leaves when she feels something is missing. And what's missing is rarely the effort, or the attention, or the flowers, or the late night calls. What's missing is often your center, your emotional grounding, your edge, your self-respect. Because here's the bitter truth. Most men lose the woman they want not because they didn't love her enough, but because they forgot to love themselves more. We think that loyalty means bending until we break. That love means always being available. That care means never saying no. And in that desperate attempt to prove our worth, we become the very thing that repels her. Predictable, needy, always there, always waiting, always trying to fix something that only she could fix within herself. You need to hear this as if your future depends on it, because it does. If she chose someone else, you do not chase her. You do not fight to prove your value. You do not stalk her social media. You do not call her at 2 a.m. because you just want to talk. You do not write long paragraphs she'll never read. You do not beg. You do not plead. You do not wait. You walk. And not just walk away physically. You walk away emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You walk all the way back to yourself. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about ego. This is about reclamation, reclaiming your dignity, your focus, your soul. Because when someone chooses someone else, they're not just making a choice about love. They're making a statement about how they see you, and you need to believe them. A woman's interest is not hidden in riddles. It's crystal clear. When she wants you, you'll know. When she doesn't, you'll feel it in your bones. Her silence is a message. Her distance is a decision. Her absence is closure. So stop reopening wounds with fantasies of what could have been. Stop holding space in your heart for someone who replaced you without hesitation. That's not loyalty. That's self-destruction. You've got to let the pain teach you something deeper, something powerful. That love, real love, doesn't require you to abandon yourself. That no woman, no matter how beautiful or intoxicating she may be, is worth losing your essence for. That you were not born to chase someone who walked away like you were just another chapter. Because here's what you don't see right now. This heartbreak, this collapse, is the beginning of your rise. If you allow it to be. You think you lost her, but what you really lost was the illusion. The illusion that she was the one. The illusion that she would never leave. The illusion that your value was tied to her presence. And yes, letting go of illusions hurts like hell, but it's also the first step to seeing clearly. You're not the man she left, not anymore. That man is gone. That man who was waiting for her texts, who couldn't sleep without her voice, who tried to be everything she needed, even at the cost of his own peace. That man has died. Now the question is, what kind of man are you going to become? You see, when you walk away for real, not as a manipulation, not as a strategy to win her back, but because your soul demands better, something inside you begins to change. You become dangerous, not in a reckless way, but in a grounded way. The kind of danger that comes from knowing who you are and refusing to let anyone play with your worth. A man who's walked through fire and didn't beg to be saved. That's a man no one forgets. Women sense this. They can feel the difference between the man who wants her because he's incomplete and the man who doesn't need her, but still chooses love if it's real. And let me tell you, when you stop needing her, that's when the tables turn. That's when she looks back and realizes what she lost. But by then, you won't be waiting anymore. You'll be building, evolving, thriving. It's okay to miss her. It's okay to cry. It's okay to remember the good moments, but it is not okay to let those memories convince you that her leaving was a mistake. It wasn't. It was a revelation. She showed you her truth. Now show yourself yours. Get back in the gym. Rebuild your discipline. Block her if you must. Cut the cord. Not out of hate, out of healing. Because your growth can't begin until your energy stops leaking into someone who isn't pouring anything back. Start waking up earlier. Read more. Write down your goals. Surround yourself with men who hold you accountable, not ones who tell you to drunk text her. Stop medicating your loneliness with distractions. Sit with it. Let it burn through you. That's how you kill the part of you that depended on her validation. You were not created to beg for love. You were created to become something so grounded, so complete, so rare, that if someone leaves you, it becomes their loss, not your collapse. Because listen, she didn't just choose someone else. She chose the version of life she thought would make her happier. Let her have it. You don't need to compete. You don't need to prove you were better. You just need to become undeniable, not to her, but to yourself. If she ever comes back, let it be to a man she no longer has access to, not because you're bitter, but because you've grown, because you've elevated beyond the games, because you've seen what you're capable of when you stop chasing and start becoming. This is your moment to rebuild your kingdom, to master your emotions, to stop being available for anything that isn't choosing you with clarity and respect, and to remember this truth. A woman who truly sees you will never risk losing you. She won't test you. She won't replace you. She won't confuse you. She'll stand beside you, not because you begged, but because you became a man no one walks away from. So stand tall, breathe deep. Let the pain carve out a deeper version of you, because sometimes losing her is exactly what you needed to find yourself. If you made it this far, it means you're ready. Not just to let go of what hurt you, but to step into the version of yourself that never begs again. You're not broken, you were just pouring into the wrong cup. Now it's time to rebuild, to refocus, and to never let anyone make you feel like you're not enough. And if you're serious about reclaiming your power in relationships, if you're done chasing love and ready to become the one they chase, I wrote something that's going to help you take the next step. It's my ebook titled, How to Stop Chasing Love and Make Them Chase You. It's packed with real, no fluff insights to shift your mindset, build emotional discipline, and master the kind of detachment that naturally draws people to you. The link is in the description. Go check it out. You won't look at love the same way again. And remember, you're not here to chase. You're here to choose. Stay grounded, stay sharp, and never settle again.